Okay, let's have a look at some stuff that came in this week. It seems, I've got these three items, 1, 2, 3 items from my friends at GearBest, and it seems to be a FuriBee, FuriBee, maybe. Seems to be 3 items from them. A goggles, FPV goggles, which we'll look at. This, which seems to be a, well, look what's in there. I looked earlier. I think it's a little FPV camera. Oh, one of the micro cameras. Yep, little micro camera. And this thing, which is a, let's have a look. It's a FPV antenna found. FuriBee, FuriBee, which is, it looks good. Let's go through each one of these in more detail and see, what we got here. So first off, let's look at the FuriBee VR01 Duo Antenna 4.3 inch HD FPV goggles, 40 channel race band. Oh, that looks impressive. Let's see what that's about. I haven't really opened this. Let's open this box. I'm not good at unboxing. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that little thing. That's tiny. That really is tiny. Look at this. Wow. That seems to be the headset, but wow, it looks tiny. Wait, let me get my other pair. Hang on. Yeah, here's my Quantum FPV goggles. Look at that. Wow, it is really much smaller. Much smaller than the Quantums. So I wonder how it will work. Oh, there's something in the back here. Let's have a look what's in this little bag. Okay, a little bag that came with it. And then there seems to be a patch antenna. Great. And a power lead, and then it looks like an output. Yeah, and this is diversity. So that's probably why they sent me the second antenna. That makes sense. So we can put a Omni antenna on and a patch antenna, because it seems to be diversity over here. Wow, that is really neat. Let's check that out and see how that works. Let's get this thing powered. Just looking at it, like I said, it looks tiny. And I see a few buttons on there. Channel button, which is good news. Wow. I wonder how this would fit on my face. Well, it looks great. Let's take it a little bit further and get it powered and see how it works. Okay. While looking in the box, I discovered there's actually another antenna in there. So this one must be a one that they want me to test on something else. So in there is actually an Omni antenna. So and it's the right kind. I'm just going to screw that on there. So now for the diversity, this guy's got a FuriBee Omni antenna and a patch antenna. And I plugged in the power lead, so let's go ahead and power it next. Okay, so there we have it. I've powered it. Let's get this over here. I've powered it. I'm just using a 2S over here. Little 2S battery, 850. And, there's the little DC power goes in there. That can be on there or be held somewhere. Let's have a look and see if I turn on one of my little quads over here, if we can actually see something. So I'm going to power this guy. Let's get that guy going over there. And okay, I cannot see anything at the moment. Let's see. I can change some channels. Okay, see some features of this specific goggles. It seems to have a channel or a input. I can see it looks like a video input over here for external, I guess. And I guess here you can select a source between external and internal. It has a menu with quite a few things I can see. Let's see. If you hold this long, you can see there's a little menu in there with brightness and contrast and sharpness. Seems very, very good. And then this button over here, I guess you can change between, yeah, there it searches for the channel. So it's got an auto search channel as well as a manual search channel. You see, I'll hit the auto search and you'll see that it goes searching and finds my channel. It finds this guy. I'll do the auto search again. There he goes, and then finds it. But then it's also got a manual over here, so it's got both auto and manual, which is amazing. That is really great that it has that. And then it has a input where I can select the video in over here if I have an external receiver or FPV receiver, or I can choose the built-in one with that button. And when I long press this, I get to the little menu where I can change all sorts of things. This really looks good so far. I wonder how it would perform out there. Okay, so this is from the documentation that came with it. You can see it's pretty simple layout and the buttons. Here is, and something interesting here is about diversity. It seems to not be full diversity. They call it amplified circle, and they make a few mention of it in here. So it's not full diversity, it's amplified circle. And there's all the specs. Okay, so I've got the little FPV quadcopter outside there, and I've got the FuriBee here with its little battery and both the antennas connected. And you can see I took it just where it is, almost out of range on that little, but you can see it's working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this guy, and you can see it still works, and then I'm going to cover this guy, and you can see this antenna, the mushroom antenna, and you can see it recovers. So if I remove the mushroom antenna completely, you can see that, yep, it does recover from there. I'll remove the patch antenna, and at that point it gets very grainy and almost loses the signal the whole time. So I'll put back this side, the little Omni antenna, and there we can see it regains it. So it regains the signal. Not great, but it does. And it does have a signal, and it shows that it's a non-blue screen, meaning it doesn't just cut out completely. It goes into a snowy effect, which is great. That's what you want. At least you see something, and it doesn't just completely cut out. And I'm going to add the patch antenna. Oops, let me add that patch antenna on top there, and there we go. The two of them together seems to do the trick pretty well. So there we go, pretty nice. That little copter is quite a bit away. We'll get it back now. Okay, then on the pros and the cons, I see on the pro side that it's small and portable, and it's smaller than the Cyclops, the Quantum Cyclops. It's some sort of diversity at least, and it has auto scan and manual channel selection. You can scan for it, or you can just manually change to what you want it to be, which is great. And then it comes with both antennas, the patch antenna and the Omni antenna, which is really good. On the con side, I do see that it's pretty low resolution. It's lower than the Quantums, but it is, most FPV cameras today, that is more than enough. It doesn't come with a battery, no battery. And then again, it's not full diversity, meaning it's just some sort of diversity. But, if you go look at the price of this thing, you'll see that it's really not bad for, you get a lot of for your money, and it's really not bad. So, I like it. I will use it in the future, especially because it's smaller and it's lighter, and, and it works. So, thank you, and we'll see you soon again.